Hello, everyone. Welcome to another awesome day of FileMaker Training. We're here at fmtraining.tv. I'm the creator of fmtraining.tv, where every day at this time slot, 1 o'clock Pacific time, we're doing live training on the FileMaker platform. The FileMaker platform is awesome. It gives you a tremendous amount of capabilities to solve your organizational and business problems. If you're brand new to the FileMaker platform, welcome. There's a lot to absorb. Hopefully the topic today is interesting to you. If not, check out fmtrain.tv. We have lots of other topics and other training options there. In fact, if you go to fmtrain.tv right now, which is probably what Margaret's doing any second.
Yes.
You are there. Good. We're going to hit the press the live button. Is it live or is it live training? What is it?
It's the live training button. It is the first tab.
Yeah, the first tab on the left, and that allows you to see the upcoming 6 days of training. We have a dedicated 30-day CRM course that is coming up. We're very excited about that. That'll start middle of May, about
May 16th.
May 16th. Yeah, it's going to be very exciting. So it starts at the beginning, and it's basically the idea is to take people who are brand new to the platform. A lot of the stuff we do here is pretty advanced, and the problem with pretty advanced is that it can confuse people, especially if they're brand new. And so we're going to take a step back from doing rocket science type stuff to basics, right? Back to the basics a little bit for about a month and do CRM, customer relationship management. About half the people out there who need software for their organization, even if it's not a business, even if you're government or education or nonprofit, you need some sort of CRM-ish kind of thing where you're tracking people, you're tracking projects, you're tracking money or donations or expenditures, things like that. That's all stuff that basically a CRM system does. And so it helps you communicate with people and keep track of those communications. So we have a brand new CRM. I expect an update or a meeting on that today. It may be done today. I don't know. We're like really, really close on the light one. It's a lot of work to do this. And so we'll be using the new CRM. In fact, when we do the conversation in the middle of May, you'll have a couple different design styles that you can look at. Kind of the blue design style is the one we've had for a while, and then the new design style. Choose the one that meets your visual needs that you personally prefer, right? Because both of them are beautiful, both of them work really well. It's just a matter of picking the one that maybe resonates with you personally more. And then we're going to build upon that every day. We're going to build it together. It'll be in terms of customizing it. That's the whole idea. You don't have to build it from scratch. You take something that's already built, it's unlocked, it's totally free. And you can just, like if I gave you a brand new house and said, go for it. And I also gave you a giant saw, like a chainsaw, where you could chop off rooms and move them around and do stuff like that. That's the idea. So here's a free house, by the way, and here's a saw so you can carve it up. So we're going to teach you how to take the saw and adjust your house at high speed, right? So very exciting times, very exciting. So that's going on. What else we have going on? We also have our training subscriptions. I highly recommend you check out our training subscriptions. While this live stream training is great, it's a little ad hoc. The topics, we cover 2-3 days maybe on a topic. But if you want a cohesive training package beginning to end, or you want to become FileMaker certified, you need to check out one of our training bundles. Ideally, the complete bundle is a bundle. So you go to the fmtraining.website, hit the bundles button. You can choose the 2 different bundles. We're actually going to add a third bundle kind of in the middle. That will be forthcoming in the next couple weeks. So we have kind of a high, medium, and a low bundle. You can pick the one that works for you. But these are annual training subscriptions. So you get all our training appropriate to that bundle over the course of that year. In fact, the top bundle comes with an extra special version of our CRM, our free CRM, which makes it necessarily not free, but it's a special version of the CRM. And it comes with a full copy of FileMaker Pro, which is kind of nice. So if you're brand new and you need a copy of FileMaker Pro, Mac or Windows, you need a legal copy that you didn't steal from your friend, right? We know. I'm looking at some of you through the internet. You don't know this. I can see your faces right now. You're turning red because you know I'm talking about you. You want to get legal and feel good about yourself at the same time, buy the complete training bundle. You know you'll wake up in the morning feeling better that your software is legal. It's always a good thing, right, Margaret? Great. So Nick, what are we talking about today? Now, I realized yesterday I didn't explain because Margaret frequently mispronounces things. So is today ASCII again? We're doing ASCII again
Yep.
today?
Yes, it's ASCII.
The modern, did you mention the word Unicode? They talk about it. You see more the word Unicode now in FileMaker? Yeah.
Yes.
But that's essentially the same thing. Essentially the same thing.
It's ASCII is it's the old version of the Unicode.
Right.
But the function, the code function FileMaker relies still in ASCII, not the Unicode. Yeah.
So ASCII, right on. So
ASCII.
That's good. So Nick, so you ready? So you ready to do this, Nick? Are you good to go?
Yeah, I'm good to go.
Good to go. All right. So I'm going to transfer command to Nick. Initiate transfer command. Pressing buttons here. Pressing buttons. Transfer command. You have the bridge.
I have the bridge. Okay, cool.
You have the bridge.
Thank you everybody for joining today and for this second day of the ASCII table and how we can use that. So yesterday we discovered this this way of generating lists of codes, right? And with those codes we can identify if we have the characters in the text. And so we can identify the capital letters, the small cap letters, the numbers, the special characters, or we can even identify one special character, right? So, and I'm going to show you today. So today we are going to apply what we learned yesterday. So what can we do with this? And so all of this came I had two goals back in the day, right? My first goal was to identify capital letter to small cap letter, and you have no other way than to use the ASCII table for that. No other way. And the other thing was what I want to do is to prevent the people to enter character in the field. Okay. So prevent and to allow people to use only the character I want them to use. Okay, so that is not something we can do with FileMaker out of the box. We have very limited option, and I'm going to show you, the difference when you use the technique based on the code, right? And so let me show you. So yesterday we learned about this table, right? So now we can identify range of numbers, right? We know from 48 to 57 that numbers, right? And we know that so we have multiple range of range of numbers, like from 33 to 46 or 47, right? That is a special characters. You have those characters here, and then you have another range here, 58 to 64, right? And then we have another range. So we yesterday I show you that I have this nice range, this range kind of custom function, where you can say, oh, I want to start from 22 until 45, okay? And it's building the list for you, right? From 22 to 45. So thanks to that, I can generate my characters here, okay? So I can generate my list of code, right? So the special characters, we have multiple range. You remember what I said? We had from there to there to there, from there to there. So we have multiple range, right? So that's what I've done for 65 to 90. That is the special character stuff. So I've done the list. Okay, special character. Sorry. So you have for 33 to 47, from 58 to 64, from 91. Here, and 1 to 3 to 1 to 6. Okay, so and the capital letter, we have the capital letters, and we have the numbers. For example, we have the numbers. So only numbers. So what can I do with this? What I want in a text field to prevent those numbers, I don't want those numbers, right? I don't want those. So what can I do? I go to FileMaker, here, and I can say text. And here we have the validation stuff, and we can say, numeric only. Okay? We can do this, right? So we can say only numeric only. If you do this, you have this here. You can still enter numbers, and at the end it tells you, blah, you have this message that says you cannot, yes, no, nobody knows what to answer here, right? It's this message drives me nuts for decades now. Okay, so it's not the good way to do that. So let's forget about this. This has been invented in 1994 and never been, fixed since. So let's fix FileMaker. So what I want to do, I want to use my identified range here, right? And I want to make sure that I cannot enter, other than letters. So here, I show you my, here, show my keyboard. Where's the keyboard? Okay. Show my keyboard. And you can see I'm typing letters, right? I'm typing an E. See, E, R, see, T. And now I'm typing a 5. I typed the 5. Nothing happened. 6. Nothing happened. 7. Nothing happened. 8. Nothing happened. Or if I type a Q, no problem. But this, I click here, click 4, click 3, click 2, 1. Even with this, it doesn't work. Here, yes. This, no. Right? Now, I want the opposite. Here, I don't want letters. See? Letters, no work. I want numbers. But I don't want letters. Right? And in a date, I don't want letters, right? I want numbers, but also I need this guy. But I don't need this guy. I don't need this guy. I don't need space. I can even, I didn't block the space. It crashed. I think so. Now it's because, I'm doing, I'm clicking, click like this, and he didn't like it. So anyway, I can enter like today date, 0. Yes, I know. Okay. So now I can say 04, slash 21 slash 2022. But I cannot say p, k, l, I can, only what I want. I want the slash only, right? And here, I can type no type. Okay, so, so it's very easy. First of all, we need to use, on those fields, we use the trigger, right? Which is on object keystroke, right? So on object keystroke, it's on object, right? Not on layout. Don't try it, it won't work. On layout keystroke, because you have on layout keystroke and on on object keystroke. So what the difference? So that a good opportunity for me to tell you that. So we say we have an on object keystroke. So here a test, on object keystroke. Okay. So I can do this, show custom dialog, keystroke. And you can say, okay, this, you can say, I want a list of the get trigger keystroke. This is how you suck the key that you just struck on the keyboard. Okay? The get trigger keystroke. You cannot use that outside of a trigger keystroke. That means a layout keystroke or the object keystroke. But you cannot, if you're not into a script, a trigger, right? A script, it won't work. It's only when you are inside on object trigger keystroke or on layout keystroke. Okay? I want this, and I want two things. And I want the code of the get trigger keystroke. I want both. Okay? You just stroke. Okay. While I'm doing this, so I have this script here, and I'm going to put that script on a copy of this field, and I'm going to attach to the on object keystroke, I'm going to attach this and see what happens here. So here, N. So I just stroke N, it's a code 78. So N, it's 78. If I do 1, 1 is 49. Okay? If I do 2, it's 50. Okay? Etc., etc. Okay? So if I do backslash or slash, 47. You know? Backslash is 92. Space, 32. Tab is 9 because we have a tab, it's a character. So you have, it's a stroke, not a character, let's say. Okay. So you can track those. If you can even track the carriage return, that's 13. You can even delete, it's 8. You see? For example, if you say E, and now I'm deleting, it's 8. So you can even prevent, using that technique, you can even prevent to what's the name? To use a delete keystroke, right? So that means you cannot delete. Okay. So you see that with the code, a letter, you can see it. See, you can see T. But the delete, you can't see anything. It's blank. So that's why there's no other way than to use, the code to detect which keys is stroke. Okay? So it's important to know that, right? So that's why I like this technique here to do the show dialog, because I'm getting this, I'm putting this pretty much all the time. I'm putting this here, for testing purposes. For testing purposes, because it's good to have, and I deactivated. Oops. I deactivated, right? Because you can, what's the name? You can, track the key you are striking. But I have another way to do that, is to take the key in a global variable. Then I can debug. It's for debug purposes, for testing, debugging. So we know now an on object keystroke. If I'm here in the layout, not in the field, I'm in the layout and nothing happened, right? I'm in. But I can say, this is on object, but I can say on layout, keystroke. Okay. And I go there. And I say on layout keystroke, right? And then, see, you don't need to be inside. You don't need to be inside a field to intercept a keystroke. So that is a good way, for example, to, if you want to intercept a command like this, right? For example, let's say I have a new, I have a window card. It's a card, so I have a window. Oh, okay.
And we're back.
Okay. So let's say I have a card like that. I have a card, and I open it, and let's do some cleaning, make it smaller, smaller like this, smaller. And let's say this card here, I want a text here. This is a card style window. Okay. So I have this. This is a card style window, and it's inside. Okay. So, and now I want to make this window to close, striking the escape key, like it should be, when you want to dismiss a message, you have a escape key is dismissing. So how I'm doing this, okay? So I have a on layout keystroke here. First of all, I need to intercept. I need to put that in that layout here. I need to do this, on layout keystroke. Boom. I attach on layout keystroke the script. Now I'm going to the script here, and I want to identify the code of the escape key, right? This is the escape key. 27 is the escape key. That's the code of the escape key. So now you understand why this show dialog is cool, because you strike something and then you have the code. So now that I have the code, I can say if, get trigger keystroke equal 27, close window. Right? Makes sense. So let's try. So then I'm here. Okay. First of all, I need to remove this from here. Otherwise, I will have problems. Okay. So, and I put it here, test window. Right? And this I'm doing new window. A card going to the card. Okay. Okay. So let's try it. I have my window open here, right? And now I want to close it using a key, using the escape key. Clean. It doesn't work. Why? 27. I said 20. Did I make a mistake? Yeah, it's 27. Oh, sorry. Forgot something. If the code of this, I need the code, right? Is the code of the key. Sorry for that. Now it works. So 27 and close. So let's do it again. With the code of the get of the key, right? So I test it, escape, close. Test, escape, close. Escape, close. So now you can say something like this. Let's say in that window, right? you have an OK button. Okay? And whatever. You have an OK button. So, right, you want two things. First, you want a script that says if you get, you know, the trigger 27, it close, and then it alt everything. And then you want something else. You want if the code of the trigger, of the get trigger, okay, keystroke, right? If the code of this equal 10 or 13. So why? So this is what you need to know. So why I need this? 10, it's carriage return. And 13, it's ENT, enter. Okay? So you have two characters. You have two. So let's test it. Let's test. Here. Escape is 27. Carriage return is 13. And enter is 10. Because you have two. You have carriage return and enter. Normally on your keyboard, it's one key, right? But it could be two. Okay, so we need to take care of this, you know. So I think it's the opposite. But okay, can change. So now I'm taking care of this, and I want to show dialog, for example, you know. Show dialog. Ray, it works. Okay. Let's say you want this, and then you want to close the window, and then you want to alt. So that let's say you have something when you press escape key, and something when you press 13 or 10. Let's try. I open, escape, close. Okay. Oh, I need to remove this. Open, escape. Now, if I press return, hooray, it works. Now, if I press enter, hooray, it works. But if I press anything else, ignored. Okay? So that is a great way, and actually the best way to give some, what's the name? Functionality, okay, functionality to the with the keyboard, you know, because out of the box we have you don't want to deal with the menu, you know, and the menu is not going to help you there, because I want escape. I don't want command something, you know. I don't want command E or command D or command N. No, I want escape. Just escape or return. Right? So you can do with this, right? And now you can go a little bit further if you want. Okay? Because you can say I want the get modifier key, trigger modifier key. Also, what this is. What is this modifier key? Let's say I'm striking U and I have no modifier key, 0. It says 0. Okay. Now I'm saying Alt U. You know, no, Alt U, no. Control U. Okay, Control is 4. And U is 21, right? Control is 4, right? Shift U. Shift is 1. Right? So you understand now. So you can say Shift Control U is 5. So you can get the modifier key and say, oh, okay, if the modifier key is 1, that means Shift, and you press Escape, then you close, right? For example, you can do something like this for the escape, Let's say I want this. I want to make it a little bit more, not just escape. I want Shift Escape, for example, Shift Escape, okay? So you said get, trigger modify key equal 1, and the code gets trigger is 27. So now you mix match, you mix both. If I press Escape, it doesn't do anything. Shift Escape close. Okay? So this is how you use the code with the modifier key. So modifier key is kind of cool. You can use this if you want. You can use this technique here and just press, So you go there and you say shift something, and then you have Alt something. Alt is 8. And then you can control. Okay, 1 is Shift. Control is 4. And Option is 8. Now, Shift Option, it's 9 because it's 8 plus 1 is Shift key 1 plus 8. You understand? So if I say Shift Control, it's 5 because it's 4 for the control and 1 for the shift. But now you have another problem. It's a caps lock. Because when you press caps lock, Shift is no longer 1, it's 3. And Control is no longer 4, it's 6. It adds 2 to everything. So without caps lock, Shift is 1. With caps lock, Shift is 3. Without caps lock, Control is 4. With caps lock, you guessed it, it's 6 because it adds 2 on everything. So you know that you say, okay, if Shift equal, an 8, if Shift equal 1 or 3, because you need to, to use that, because you cannot rely only on 1, because if the person press caps lock, it changed everything. So okay, but now you know it. Do we have any questions?
Yes, we got one from Lynn. Can you somehow use the on layout keystroke to keep a popover open? I want to do that to force the user to click a button in the popover instead of clicking outside the popover.
Not the on layout keystroke, on object keystroke. Okay, good question. Thank you. Very good question, and that's super easy. First of all, I always have in my solution, on object keystroke prevent is popover closing. Okay, I always have this popover. Okay, I always have it, and that's easy. It's super complicated script with the alt. That's it. So you have a script with the alt. Okay, that's it. So now let's do this. We go, right? And we say, because on triggers, on the popover, we have triggers as well. Not on layout. Layout is on top of everything. On layout is, I want to validate the window. I want to close the window. I want, layout is layout. No, you want on the object here, on object keystroke, right? So, no, actually here is on object exit. On object exit, right? and you say, you don't close it. Let's put a button to close it here, otherwise we won't be able to close. Okay, otherwise I won't be able to close it. Okay, so I open it. Even escape doesn't close it because it prevents even the escape. You know, I'm here. See, it said Alt, stop, Alt, stop, you know. Or if I click here, Alt, stop, because it's on exit, on object exit, is stop, right? Only if I do this, it doesn't even close it. Oh yeah, okay. So here it's start to be a little bit more complex. To close it, right? Okay. So you need this. Sorry for that. I forgot about it. If get script parameter, so that means if there's something, right? If there's no, let's say if there's not this, you know, like this, okay? So trigger on object keystroke prevent, okay. If there's no parameters, okay, he alts. Otherwise, yeah, I don't remember how we do that. I have a script, or you know, yeah, it's close. No, okay. If not, okay, yeah. If not, create parameter alt. Otherwise, else close. I think something like this. But you got the point here. I forgot how we do that. You know, close popover. I think it's like this. So here, I don't say close here, but now I'm stuck here. So, okay. Here, you say it's not close popover. You said this, the trigger, something like this, and now it should close. With I need a parameter here. I need to put a parameter like true, or you know, true. And here it close, and here it close. Yeah, it's look, if not get parameter, yeah, otherwise close. It's something like this. I don't remember how to, you know. Yeah, it was closed. Yeah, so it should be alt, something like this. It's I don't remember. I'm going to do that next time. Okay, option force. You know. Yeah, it's I don't look. I wasn't. I need to check how I'm doing this, but this is how you do that, right? So you halt it like this. That's the way. Next time. Look, I wasn't ready for these questions, but it's okay. There's something missing. It's not next time, the next webinar, I'm going to show you. So, other question?
No, I think that's kind of the only one. Linda was talking about the script parameter on close button, but that's kind of related to that still.
Yeah. So I want to show you how I prevent the text here to be entered, because I didn't show you that, right? And so how we do this, you know, here I have numbers, and here, okay. So I have free script here for you. Remember, I had those free global variables where I have all the range of numbers, right? I have the special characters, the numbers, and the capital. The capital we don't care, but the special character and the number, okay? I have those two. So here I'm saying, in this one, I'm saying, if the pattern count is numbers, so I mean, if the keystroke, you know, if the keystroke the code of the keystroke is part of this list. Don't do Alt. You stop it. You stop everything. Okay? So if it's not, if it's part of this numbers, right, you stop it. That means if it's not a number, it works. If it's a number, it said no. Let's see the script debugger. Right? I'm typing a letter. Pattern count is ignoring it, right? If I'm typing a number, pattern count says yes, Alt. Okay? So, you guessed it, it's the opposite for the numbers. I'm saying not pattern count the numbers, right? Not pattern count the numbers. Sorry, here. Not pattern count the numbers. And voila. So it's doing the opposite, right? If I strike a letter, it goes and Alt. If I strike a number, it goes through because it's not part of that list. The pattern count doesn't show in my number list, right? So now, this here, it's a little bit more tricky. Why? Because I have letters, I have numbers. I don't want letters, but I want this character. I want to allow one character here, right? I want to allow this one. So this is how you do this. You go there. This is a known date. Prevent known date. Okay. So I want the pattern count on this. Not only I have the numbers, but I'm adding a character which is 47. So what is 47, right? What's 47? 47 is this. It's a slash. Because FileMaker, we entered date with slashes, right? With slashes. So this is how you do. So, and you can do more now. But I want, for example, I want to create an email, right? I want to create an email. So how you do this? My email here. So I'm duplicating this. No, not this. I'm duplicating this and I'm saying non-email. Okay. So the non-email here, what it is, I want everything, but if it's not, I want only the characters. I want all, but I want to prevent, all the characters that I don't want, the special characters, so I want everything, numbers and stuff like that, but I don't want here, I don't want the special characters here, special character. Characters. I think is this the name of their hold on, I have here special character. Let's copy this, make sure. Okay, so I want all, but the special characters, I don't want them. Okay, so I'm putting that here, and I am doing this. So now I'm doing this, but I don't have special characters. I don't have parentheses. But I want to load two of them. Which one? So you go there, you go to your watch here, and you say, I want 2. I want the code of the dots. It's 46. And I want the code for the @ sign, right? 64. Okay, so 46, 64. Okay, so I can add this. I'm going to explain to you later. So 46 and 64, right? So now I can add this and I can add this. But now something else is missing. I want the dash and the underscore, right? Same process. So you say here, code, I want this, 95 and 40 and 45. 95, 45. I want those 2. 95 and 45. So you allow those characters. So now, why do I put those 2? Why do I put this? Okay, here you have the opportunity of allowing characters. And here you have the opportunity to say, I don't want, or I want. You know, it all depends on what you want to do. Okay, here I want to prevent all special characters, but I want to allow some of them, right? So if the character is part of this, just don't do it, okay? If it's part of, if this passes, okay, then you do this. So it's because you have to be careful on something, right? You cannot just do, for example, for the non-numeric characters, for example, here, okay? You cannot just do this. Why? Because you will prevent you, tab doesn't work. The tab is gone, right? And you cannot delete, right? Tab delete. You block yourself, right? You cannot delete. So you have to add those characters here. Say, okay, I want, you know, those. I want 8, which is delete, 9, tab, and 32 is space, right? So you need to add those. 32, I think, is not necessary. I think. Yeah, 32 is not. But otherwise, you know, because you still want to delete and tab, you know. Delete tab and go to the next, right? Otherwise, you won't be able to go to the next. By the way, it's also how you block to go to the tab order, you know, because most of the time, many people may ask me, how you block the tab order? But that's easy. Oh, that's easy. You just remove the character. For example, let's put this. Okay. So now I don't allow the 9 code number. Tab doesn't work on that character here. Yes, but here no. And that on that field. So this is how you block it. You block, you intercept. Here, if I want to allow it, boom, I'm doing this, and now it's allowed, you know. Right? This is how you block. So now you have kind of a sense on how to do things like this, how you can, for example, the email. The email was interesting because I want to delete, I want the tab, right? I want the space, but the space doesn't need to be there. I want this character here, this character here, this character here, this character here. That's what I want. Okay, I want this to be sure that those are allowed. And then so now, if you go to your email address, if you go there, nick.hunter@rcconsulting.com, but I cannot put %, I cannot put $sign, pounds, plus, brackets, curly brackets, all of those are blocked. Semicolon, greater than, question mark, all that blocked. So you're sure that you can you prevent your user to enter stupid things. So now we know how to block for the numbers, how to block for the dates, how to block for the email, how you can intercept the code to do the OK, to do the OK button, or you go to the escape button here, right? Or the shift escape now. So, so this is how you do that. So let me an object here. Okay. So, no question?
Not particularly. There was kind of a discussion going about what David Angel said previously, and the number returned is calculated by summing numbers representing each modifier key.
Yeah, that's a way to do with the exit script. I do it all the time. So it keeps, So the number assigned to the key, it's 1, 2, 4, 8, and you add 2. So David Angel, let me put this in here. Okay. Let me delete this. Oops. So David Angel put this. Okay. So this is a shift. Control on Windows, control on Mac OS, Alt on Windows, Option on Mac OS, Command, that's on Mac OS only. And here I'm saying add to if caps lock. Okay. It's free for caps locks too, but caps lock is not there. It add to if caps lock, right? Because this is free 6, 10, 18 if you have caps lock, right? So it's good to know. Should allow, the hyphen, I can. This or this, I have it. If I have a nick underscore or nick dash, So I don't know. I think that the only character allowed on an email, right? So, but that's cool because that prevents the stupid things, right? So it's cool. So if we don't have any question, I'm going to work on the popover for the next time. Okay.
Yes. No, that sounds good.
I need to look. I will see. I will open my script. I will see it and say, stupid me. No, because I'm using that all the time, right? So
yes.
But I have a script that it's maybe 2 years that I didn't open it. It's I have a script that I attach it and then it works, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I need to open this file and look for it. But so that's cool. So you understand the code. It's not easy to prevent the numbers, for example, or if you don't use the code range and you want to prevent you want to prevent all the numbers, or you want to prevent all the alphabetical character. How you do that? You say, you allow A, B, C, D, E, F. Yeah, but it's complicated, right? So it's very important that you master this to prevent the thing to be entered. This is the must. I use code for like close window, launch scripts, I use that. I use the code for that. I use code to prevent the entering data inside a field that I don't want, and to detect if I have capital letters or, because sometimes, for example, you want to know if you have a capital letters for password or for whatever. So that's a good thing, a good technique to do that. So next time I'm going to do the I'm going to go further a little bit in more application on this, and I'm going to do the trigger, and I'm going to do how to delete a record or create, how you can intercept, how you can create your own shortcuts without the menu. Right?
Yes, which will be great.
So Kinda of related, when you start a new file, do you have a template with all these script? Yes, so that's what I have. In all my productions, but I just quit it. So let me go there. Let's see, maybe if I open, where's hold on. If I go to my server and I open that file, I have what I call universal script. I'm going to show you. Okay. Actually, I should have the popover prevent stuff here. Yeah. This. So you have on exit and enter. So you need to do you need on exit and enter. You need to have a script here when you open the script, and when you open, and when and when you close here. You need this. That's why it wasn't working. I forgot about this. You need to know when it's open and when it's closed. So I'm going to show you this. But anyway, so I have a script like this, like, I have all those scripts here works without, context free. And so I can do the delete item, select item, like, for example, I have a delete scripts where I delete all my stuff. I can delete a field, I can delete a record, I can delete a row. If I say row if I say delete, if I use that script and in the parameter I said row, it delete the poled row. If in the parameter I said record, it delete the record, And if in the parameter I said field, it blank the field, it set the field, right? So I have a lot of script like this, and I have, of course, the keystroke escape, keystroke delete, when you say backspace, I want to be able to do something, right? So I can, when you press backspace on the record, for example, or on the row, for example, you are on the row, on the bottom row, and you hit backspace, it delete the row. And here you have a one with escape, enter, and line feed, which is the carriage return. The line feed is the FileMaker terminology for carriage return. So, I have the non-numeric character here. I have many things. Alt, popover, escape, see, close, and that you need this one, and you need those free scripts anyway for the popover. I copy paste those. I have the same for the custom function, because here on that file, you need to use a kind of many custom function here. So you had this one. Index is cool too. That will be next time. Index is doing something like this, right? When you say index, right, and you say Nicholas Hunter, and you said this, he's doing this, right? He's doing what FileMaker does when you have a, hold on, somebody's calling me. Okay, so when you have a sorry, somebody was calling me. So index is doing exactly what FileMaker is doing when you index a field, right? So he's doing this, he's doing what I just showed you. So next time, right?
Yes, next time, which will be next Wednesday, I believe. We'll finish this up. Okay. Thank you very much, Nick. I greatly appreciate it. We greatly appreciate it.
Yeah. And I'm going to give you the file, then you can distribute the file.
And then I will distribute the file accordingly. With that being said, let's find the...
Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody.
Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Got a report of an individual up here who may be a FileMaker license. Well, it's potentially expired. Look at the back of that car right there. Looks like the FileMaker license has expired. Sir, I need you to step out of the vehicle. Sir, step out of the vehicle. Sir!